Alright, before we get into this video, make sure you comment and like this video. And make sure you stick around to the end because you know we gotta give y'all something. We gotta give away for y'all. But in this video, I went to Louisiana Tech, what it was, marketing and sales class. They wanted WRLDINVSN to come through. So we came through, dropped gems on them. I think they really got some value out of this information. And I knew y'all will too. So let's get into it. We really started this brand with nothing, you know, 12 shoes.
And $120.
$120. So I wanted to come here today just to share this and
say
just
thank you.
say thank y'all and just show you and tell you how you could do it also. First and foremost, we going to Louisiana Tech. Where we going out there? We going to talk to a class. We going to teach them about sales and marketing. All right? I did not come with a PowerPoint. All I came with, I needed one?
No, I'm saying you need to start saying that they're going to do this because we just went up on right now.
All I came here with is my information. They right here. So we made it. We here. We made it. Yeah, I'm recording. All right.
Hey, welcome.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm
Louis,
good.
nice to meet
Nicholas.
you.
Nice to meet you also. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all don't mind me recording this, huh?
No, please.
Y'all don't mind me recording this, right? All right.
They're all marketing students.
So-
They're used to it.
So if any one of y'all get famous, hey,
Right, yeah. That's
it was me. All right, so
Hey, man, the floor is yours.
the floor is mine. Appreciate that. All right, y'all. So I'm Nicholas Clark. I'm the co-founder, co-owner, and designer for WRLDINVSN. I kind of do like a little bit of everything, marketing, sales, promotion, stuff like that. I design like our site. I didn't come here today with a PowerPoint, but I came here with a little information to share. So if any one of y'all got questions, y'all could just let me know. So I'll just bring y'all through how we got started real quick. Our brand is called WRLDINVSN. We started when we was in high school. We used to sell like candy and iPhone accessories. Everybody can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? We used to sell candy and iPhone accessories, stuff like that. We noticed that we were spending all our money on clothes, so we was like, why not invest into our own brand? It started out by being a brand called Paper Planes. Then it went to Crazy Monkey and stuff like that. Then we changed it to WRLDINVSN. That's what it was called at first. When we got to Louisiana Tech, everybody called it WRLDINVSN because we spelled it short. We wanted to be cool. We wanted our brand to look designer. We really didn't know where we was going with this, honestly. Like, we just started. So once we got to college, everybody started calling it WRLDINVSN. We was like, you know what? That fits more what we doing. Let's transition it to WRLDINVSN, and that's what me and Marlon did. We actually got into this business accelerator program with Miss Kathy Wyatt on Louisiana Tech's campus. If y'all don't know, they have this program still going on. That's why they do like the Top Dog competition and stuff like that. But really, we didn't really know what we was doing. It was just a hobby. Like, honestly, literally was just something fun to do. In the business accelerator program, we transitioned our hobby into a business. We started learning about really the most important thing, what's our why? Like, why we even doing this brand? What we noticed our why was was the story of how we even came up. So I'm from the Seven Water, New Orleans. You know, a lot of people around us didn't own a business or even graduated from college. So that was the main thing that I wanted to show other people where I come from, that you could go to college, you could graduate, you could get a degree, you could start your business, even if you haven't seen anybody else be successful at it, you could still do it. So after college, we was like, we're going to go into this thing full time. We're going to give ourselves 1 year. And if we could pay our bills, if we could do what we need to do, we're going to just go all the way out with it. So once we got out of college, our first trade show was called Essence Fest. It's in New Orleans. Huge festival. We spent about like $5,000 to get into it. That was our biggest investment ever. We didn't know if we was going to make the money back or not. First weekend, we did $18,000. We was like, ooh, man, this lit. We lit. So we was like, we're gonna pay ourselves. So we was like, we about to drop it on. We about to give ourselves a big lump sum of money. It was only $500. We started paying ourselves $500 every 2 weeks. That right there alone was able for us to pay our rent. Believe it or not, I stayed in an apartment that only cost me $500 to stay in. Me and Marlon split it down $250. It wasn't the best apartment, but it got the job done. I was able to give me a nice sleep, wake up, and get back to it. So after that, we was like, man, we really getting paid from something that we just created out of nothing. So that was just motivation to just keep going. I started getting on social media, and that was how we was able to just take our brand from being in Ruston or being in New Orleans to being all around the world. I started out, we had obviously 0 followers, was growing it. Took us a year to get to like 5,000 followers. I was like, man, I knew it's something out there that I could be doing to grow, to accelerate this, to even grow even faster. And what it was our why, it was our story. I mean, it's just some marketing things that I learned was like, with social media, yeah, people want to buy a product from us, but they really like the story. Like they really support the message. And I read this book called Start With Why. That's a very great book. It just talk about, if you tell people why you doing what you're doing, they gonna support you. Like they gonna support you if they like what it is, no matter what. If they gotta buy a shirt to keep that thing going, if it only take y'all to buy one shirt to continue to inspire the next generation, you gonna do it just because of that cause.
How y'all doing? It's Marlon Watts. Hope y'all enjoying the video.
Hey, I put so many gems in this video. I hope y'all enjoying it. So make sure y'all hit that like button, run us up. Hey, and if you want to take your brand to the next level, I need y'all to go purchase our 7 Steps to Build a 7-Figure Empire. We teach you everything of how we got started and how you could get started from nothing. And you could grow your brand to 7 figures. Let's get it.
You heard Nick. I'm Marlon Watts. Go ahead, grab the video, click the link in the description.
It don't even matter what's on the shirt. So from there, I started to learn about how can I get my story in front of other people's audience. And that's how I knew that I could accelerate this brand to a whole nother level. So I started finding like, this is just straight social media right here. So I was like, how can I get to 10,000 followers? Boom. I started connecting with these other accounts on social media that had thousands of followers. I don't know if y'all know who the Shade Room is. I don't know if y'all know, they got so many like meme accounts out there that people just follow, but it's an audience, right? It's an audience. So like, I noticed that companies, and they do this, they do this all the time. You may not even notice it because they do it so well, but they put their product in front of those audiences all the time. And that's how those accounts are able to keep going, because they getting paid from promotion. So from there, I learned that our story was the main key. And I just started to create social media posts that was all about our story. So how the thing what I noticed is memes was the way to go. So I created a meme where it told the story of the brand. Started this brand in high school, went to college, graduated. Now we just want to inspire, things like that. And I created so many different variations of it. They got another book, it's called that I love, 1 Million Followers in a Month. It's by Brandon Kane. He also write Hook Point. Those books go crazy because it's just like, he talk about testing. It's like I'm always going to be a student of the game because I learned so much by doing different things. Even to this point right now, once I'm gonna bring y'all from the social media. Once I grew to 10,000 followers, I was like, oh, this is super easy. All I need to do is get in front of bigger and bigger audiences because this thing working right here. I started off by putting it in front of an audience maybe of 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and I was getting 200 followers, 300 followers. I was like, if I could get a account that got 1 million followers and I put my story in front of that, I could easily get 5,000 followers in a day. I wound up paying this account called the Shade Room. They charged me $3,000 for one social media post, $3,000. I was like, why would I pay $3,000 for this? But if I never test, I never knew. All right, so I'm like, let's do it. I got the $3,000. I'm ready to, just invest and see what comes from that. Put the $3,000 up. I had tested this post out so much on other accounts to where I was like, I know that this the one. Did it. Overnight, we gained 10,000 followers. One night. Made the 10,000 back. Probably did, in that one day, probably did like $25,000, $30,000 in sales. That was super cool. That was super good. So I was like, man, let me continue to do this. I did that all the way up to the point where we got 400,000 followers now. From now, I was like, all right, the followers is one thing. That's just the top of the funnel. That's just the top of the funnel. Because followers don't equal dollars. Followers is just, that's literally the first point. You may follow me, but you probably never bought a product from me. So I know that you interested first, all right? So now I got to continuously get you, more and more interested to the point where I could convert you into, getting a sale. Once you get that one sale, I'm going to give you the best experience to where you ain't going to want to go nowhere else. You like, oh, man, I love the product. I love the price point. I love the experience that's attached to it. So you're going to continuously support from there. But so I started getting on Facebook ads. I don't know how many of y'all are on Facebook ads up in here. Facebook advertising? Just nobody. All right. That was another way we was able to take, just the 400,000 followers, and I could continue to retarget them with just ads, more about our story, more about this the kind of products that we offer. And now from there, I'm able to convert our followers into actual dollars. On Facebook ads, they got a thing that's called conversions, like conversion campaigns. Every business do this, literally. If you go on to Patagonia site, I just went on Patagonia site just looking at what they was, I was spying on them, seeing what they was releasing for, this summer or whatever. And the next thing you know, I hop on Instagram and there's an ad, all right? And that's called a retargeting ad. So what they do is they have these pixels that's on your website. It's called Facebook pixels. Once you go on the site, it fires off all these kind of pixels, and it knows that you've been there. It might not know you specifically, your name, but it knows that you've been there. And they got these ads going currently all day, and it's just retargeting you every time you come on your social media until you're able to buy it. So I started getting on Facebook ads when COVID hit. That was one of those make or breaks right there, because I was like, should I continue to invest a lot of this money into social media? Like I don't know what's about to happen right now. And what I did notice was everybody was taking their money out of it. So I'm like, before anybody know that it's valuable, I want to go try to test it out myself and see if I see value where other people don't see value at, because that's when things skyrocket. You know what I mean? If you can't go buy a property over there that's already costing $300,000 and try to think that you about to come up in the next year with a $400,000 property. You got to go somewhere where it's not really up and developed yet. You got to sit up there and develop it yourself. You know what I mean? So it's just like that with social media advertising. It's like everybody pulling their money out of Facebook ads. So I'm like, I'm about to go all in. Like, I'm about to just go all in, and I'm about to just see what this does. I think the first month we spent $5,000 on ads first month, COVID. It did $80,000. From $5,000, it did $80,000. I think that's like a 13x return. And from there, I'm like, man, I was able to acquire so many customers by just only investing $5,000. So from there, I continuously went in. We was ordering a lot of shirts that year too, huh? I was going crazy with Facebook ads. I was like I was just getting better every single day. And even to this day, I think our biggest month that we spent on ads was $103,000 in 1 month. But then now I'm noticing that it's not about ads no more. Most importantly, it's about data. And I mean, what we do out there in the community really is we just share our story. Like, we was college students. I graduated in 2018. What was that? Like 4 years ago. So like, it ain't no different. I was just telling Nadia, I was like, man, yeah, we could do 1 million in sales, but how do we get to 100 million? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, just because we're young, don't make it to where we can't do big things. All right, we just wrapped up at Louisiana Tech. Shout out to them for having me. Hey, and if y'all got some value out of this information, drop some comments below. We might gotta give some away. What you think, Lou? Look, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody in the comments gonna win our 7 steps to build a 7-figure brand. Let's get it. We got you.